Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Tom Keene with Paul Sweeney and Bloomberg's John Tucker.
All right, let's go to New Jersey. Don't take Tylenol. Yep. President Trump instructing pregnant women around a dozen times during that White House news conference yesterday. Kenvue makes Tylenol. They lost about 7.2% at yesterday's trading. They are bouncing back just a day after. Shares of the consumer brands company, again, tumbling 7.5% yesterday. Kenvue disputed any link between the drug and autism this week. They also warned the pregnant mothers don't use Tylenol when in need. They could face a dangerous choice between suffering fevers or using riskier alternatives. The company was spun off from Johnson & Johnson's pharmaceutical and medical device divisions. You'll recall it was back in 2023. Yep. This isn't the first round for them. They have fought off hundreds of lawsuits related to Tylenol and its alleged ties to autism. Most of those have been dismissed.
Okay.
Let's move on to, I love this company. This is the company that made history back in March. They paired up with NASA and sent a probe to the moon. Yeah. We're talking about Firefly Aerospace. It reported second quarter revenue falling short of Wall Street expectations. The small rocket launcher is working to ramp up the frequency of its flights and try to win new contracts. They're based in warehouse in Texas, Cedar Park, Texas, posting $15.5 million in revenue compared to the roughly $16.1 million expected by the average analyst polled by Bloomberg. $49.52 its shares closed yesterday. That's above the IPO price of $45 that was set in August. Some of the enthusiasm that saw the stock initially, it hit $73.80 a little earlier this year in the opening session. That has worn off.
Okay. I mean, it's real underwriters. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. Okay.
Let's wrap up with Boeing. President Trump said the company signed an order from Uzbekistan for planes worth more than $8 billion. Tom has frequent flyer miles on Uzbekistan Airlines.
Not sure where they came from.
Under the terms of the agreement, Uzbekistan Airways will purchase 14 787-9 airplanes. They also have the option for 8 more. Boeing announcing the deal yesterday, noting it was the airline's single largest order to date. Uzbekistan Airways plans to modernize the fleet, expand its international routes to the U.S., and you also have news of other deals. David Perdue, he's the ambassador to China, said the U.S. and Beijing are finishing in negotiations for what he calls a huge order, though he did not share any of the details of that.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.